Welcome back. Today we're going to do something semi-live, and that is how to design a thing in FreeCAD. And why FreeCAD? Well, because this program is completely free. You don't have to pay any licenses ever. A lot of the other CAD programs are like you have to pay a license once, or you have to buy a subscription, or you can get it free, but if you make money on it, then you're going to have to pay a license on it. But with this one, you don't have to, and it'll also work in any current operating system, or any of the major ones anyway, like Linux, OS X, and Windows. So to get started, we're going to go to Part Design, and in Part Design, we're going to select Create Sketch, and it's going to ask you what plane you want to make your part in. And we're going to select the XY plane so that we're looking the part from up. Now we're going to do this part we're going to create a part, and then we're going to cut things from the part. We're going to make this 80 millimeters wide, and we're going to center it. There we go. And we're going to make a hole here. But before we make that hole, we're going to have to do other things. First, we're going to create the object itself. Now it offers us a 10 millimeter high part, but we don't actually want it to be that high. We'll be fine with 3 millimeters. And once we have that, we're then going to create another thing on top of this one. And we're going to select the face and then use Create Sketch, which allows us to do things to this surface. We can either punch holes through it, or we can extrude stuff from it. And we'll start by creating a box object here in the middle. Go. And we'll use pad again, and the 10 millimeters is just right for this one. Now it doesn't look much right now, but we're going to select this face and we're going to create the sketch, and we're now going to cut away from this. We'll want to make a curve here, and to do that curve we're just going to make a rather large circle. There we go. We have a rather large circle, and we'll give the circle, because we need two of them. So we'll take this one and we'll give it, well, 65 is probably okay. And then we'll move it so that it intersects here. That's probably a bit much. And since it doesn't exactly line up, we're going to change the grid size to 1 millimeter and move it to the closest one. And then, since we know that the other circle is also going to be 65 millimeters, we're going to create another one. And we'll create it here, and we'll give it a constraint of 65 millimeters, and then we're going to move it to the same height and roughly the same position, and then we'll move it with 1 millimeter forward should be okay. There we go. And now we can pocket these, and we'll just give them, instead of giving them a number, we'll just say through all. And now we'll cut away their shape from the original shape. There we go. And we can see that we now have the rough shape of a open book made. And now we'll punch a hole through this thing, which is going to be the size of our thumb and a little bit more, so that you can actually put your finger through it nicely. And my thumb needs roughly 25 millimeters, so we're going to go with the 13. So it's going to be 26 millimeters wide, the hole, and we'll then use pocket and again go through all, and now we have a hole, and now my thumb should fit into that hole. Technically we could already print this thing, but there's excess material here in the top part and we don't need that, so we are going to cut that away. And we'll again select the topmost surface, create sketch, and we will use a similar way that we did before. We'll create a large circle, and we'll use the same 65 millimeters for this one too. And we'll put it roughly here, and then we'll do the same thing for the other side. We'll create another one. And there we go. We're going to see that they intersect there. And we'll then again close this, go to pocket, and then through all. Now we've created a piece that looks like this, but there's still excess material here. And this upper part is, we don't really need that, so we're going to cut from here, and we are going to make a diagonal cut. There we go. And we can't just cut one line, so we're just going to make a simple triangle, since the triangle shape is going to be removed from the object. And again, pocket, through all. And now we have a rather nice piece. And with this piece, there's still some things that we might want to do to it to make it look a little bit better. So we're going to select the sides of it, and to do that we'll select wireframe. Now we can better see the edges. So we'll select all of the top edges, and we'll use chamfer. And apparently that just crashes it, so apparently we're not doing that. Let's try it another way. Let's go back, select this one, and then select chamfer. No, it still crashes. It does not like me. There's something wrong that I've done. It must be the front part. Yeah, it's that. So if we only select this, and then we select chamfer, well, still not. Oh, so yeah, that's the problem. That part does not compute correctly. Okay, we'll try again. We'll go to wireframe, we'll select this one, this one, this one, and this one. And now we should probably not have problems. We'll use chamfer, and we can go to 2 millimeters. There we go. Okay, we'll go back to flatline. That actually broke it. Yeah, sometimes when you use these tools, you can't actually use all of the settings, because if this diagonal line actually goes over this thing, bad things will happen. But now we have a semi-nice one. Well, let's do the same thing for these. And we'll go to chamfer, and let's see that nothing broke. Yeah, I can't see that anything broke. There we go. Now we've created a nice, or semi-nice at least, part that I can use to read my books with. And this didn't take very long, and this is why people should learn how to do CAD, because then you can make your own things. And if you have a 3D printer, which these days doesn't cost that much, anything you can imagine within a computer where you can go back on the things you made can then be made with the device that you have with pinpoint accuracy. So yeah, I'll go ahead and print this thing, and then we'll see how it turns out. As we can see, the prototype is working fine, and as always, the links to the files are in the video description. Now, if you'd like to see similar content, there are links on the screen. But as always, I'll see you in the next one.